Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We're here at Cloud Expo, New York. That's the 8th International Cloud Expo. One of the persons who's been following this recently, actually, quite a few of our expos. Tom Leyden, CEO of Amplidata. Welcome, Tom.
Welcome, Jeremy.
And Amplidata, if somebody watching this doesn't yet know, cloud storage player, independent and doing really well. What's the explanation for that?
Well, because after 4 years of cloud computing, we've seen a lot of innovations. There's a lot of computing platforms out there. There's cloud network solutions. Name it and you have a cloud solution. Even the early opponents of cloud computing are now cloudifying all their products, let's say. But in respect to storage, nothing much has happened. When people try, and I'm saying try to build some cloud storage product, they use conventional products, and that is not very efficient. That is not going to help them to buy a scalable system, and it's not going to enable them to provide the SLAs that the users or the customers need.
So that for you, there was like the Achilles heel. That made you think we can do this, and the big guys won't be able to do it. We'll be able to grow despite those big players.
Well, quite frankly, we were actually looking to an alternative to conventional storage systems, and we were just trying to improve the way how data is written to disk. But as we were creating this product, we had this idea like, hey, this is really what people who want to provide storage cloud services need. And maybe I should explain you what's so special about our technology. Conventional systems, and I'm referring to RAID systems here, are providing availability by copying data. It's purely copying data. We have designed a technology that gives availability in a much more efficient way. What we do is each data block, we spread it in sub-blocks, and those sub-blocks, which are calculations, we spread them all over the system, over all your disks, all your appliances. Now, if you need to read your original data block, you only need a selection of those sub-blocks because they are calculations. It's like if you want to store a number 10, we will not store number 10. We will store 2 times 5 equals 5 plus 5 equals 7 plus 3 equals. And if you're missing a few of those calculations, the system is smart enough to still retrieve your data. Now, the advantages of not having to copy data are plenty. First of all, you're saving a lot of disk space. If you want to store 1 petabyte of data with a conventional system, you do RAID, you do replication, you easily consume like 3 petabytes. That's 2 extra racks full of storage. We don't need that. We only need about an overhead of about 60%, which is a lot more efficient. We also save a lot on power. And we are even more available than RAID and replication systems. So that's all those storage cloud providers need to be able to deliver a cloud storage service to their customers that might be a lot more price efficient for the customers than the current services.
Does that technology, does that technique have a generic name other than an Amplidata name? What is that?
The technique we're using is erasure coding. But
erasure coding?
Yes. But we are not using the erasure coding that has been around for decades. Right. Erasure coding was invented for communications with space stations, so that if data is sent over there and data get lost, which could happen on this long way, for that they invented it, but we kind of improved it. We made our own version of it, and now we have applied it to our product, which we call Amplistore.
I like that. So look, what we're going to do is make sure that people go to amplidata.com, try and find Amplistore. What else will they see online? I mean, it's difficult to get your mind around erasure-driven storage online, but what will they see?
I think one of the most interesting things they will see is the level of scalability that we offer. That's next to the availability and efficiency. Scalability is a big issue, because with conventional systems you have to put one system next to another if you want to grow. We just grow as one system, and we scale into, and you have to believe me here, into the petabytes beyond petabytes. 1 petabyte, that's 1,000 terabytes.
Because you're not constrained geographically, presumably. You can distribute this to anywhere.
We can scale over, well, we start with one appliance, you can scale over multiple appliances, multiple racks, and multiple data centers wherever in the world.
I think even I get this. This is amazing.
Maybe I just did a good job in explaining it.
I think he did. If you're interested, if this piques your interest, go and see this methodology for, even I retain that statistic. Instead of 3 times for replication and RAID, 60%. That sounds like a pretty good thing to me.
I think so too. That's a lot of savings.
Yeah. Well, we wish you well. Tom Leyden, and that's Amplidata.com. We'll see you in November, I'm sure. Thank you for joining us in New York, and thank you for following this out there on the World Wide Web.